Right. Percy Jackson is back, and this time the danger is on a completely different level. Disney has finally given us our first real look at season 3 of Percy Jackson and the Olympians. And if you have read the Titanese the Titanese curse, you already know you are entering one of the most important parts of Percy's story. And but even if you haven't read the books, this teaser is already giving you and everyone some very interesting clues. Let's break it down.
It will be because of love.
The first thing I want to point out is the atmosphere. Season 3 immediately looks darker. We are seeing Percy in much more dangerous environments, mysterious locations, monsters, and a lot more mythology. And that is important because the story is expanding. Percy isn't just trying to survive another monster attack. The world around him is getting bigger. The prophecy is becoming more important. And the decisions Percy makes are starting to affect much more than just himself. And one of the biggest additions this season is Thalia Grace, and Thalia is not just another demigod joining the group. She's extremely important to the larger prophecy. The teaser gives us a strong look at her, and you can already feel that she's going to bring a completely different energy in the franchise and in the story. Percy has always been the center of the adventure, but Thalia has her own history, her own relationship with the gods, and her own connection to the prophecy. So the dynamic between Percy and Thalia is something I'm definitely watching. But then we get one of the most interesting images in the entire teaser. Percy is actually carrying the sky, and if you know the story, you know exactly how important this is. This isn't just a cool visual. The sky represents the weight of an ancient mythological punishment and the responsibility that comes with it. And visually, it is a perfect way to show what season 3 is about. Percy is still young, but the responsibilities being placed on him are becoming enormous. He's literally carrying the weight of the world. So, and another thing I noticed is the emotional tension surrounding Annabeth. Her disappearance is one of the major story elements going into this season, and that changes Percy's mission. This isn't just about completing a quest; it is personal. When someone you care about disappears, the decisions you make become emotional, and Percy has always been willing to take risks for his friends. You know that. So I am expecting season 3 to push that side of his character much harder. And then we have Nico and Bianca. The teaser gives us glimpses of the world surrounding them, and their introduction is extremely important because these characters aren't just there to fill out the cast. They become very important to the mythology and to the future of Percy's story. Nico especially has one of the most interesting character journeys in the entire Percy Jackson universe, and seeing him finally brought into live action is something fans have been waiting for. Those that have been following the books and following the whole franchise and who know how the storyline moves. The great prophecy is becoming more important, and Percy is getting closer to the point where the choices he makes could affect the fate of Olympus itself. So this season isn't simply another adventure. It feels like the beginning of a much larger war. And visually, I really like what Disney is doing here. Look at the environments. We have got darker forests, ancient looking structures, monsters, water, fire, and these huge mythological locations. The scale feels bigger than the previous seasons, but at the same time, the teaser still keeps the characters at the center. And that is important because Percy Jackson works best when the mythology supports the characters rather than repressing them. You know what I'm saying? My biggest takeaway from this teaser is that season 3 is going to test Percy's maturity. He's still a kid. For real. He's still a kid. But he's being asked to deal with things that even the gods struggle to control. He's going to have to make decisions about friendship, reality, prophecy, and sacrifice. And with Thalia, Annabeth, Nico, Bianca, and the larger Titan storyline entering the picture, the world of Percy Jackson is about to get much bigger. Season 3 of Percy Jackson and the Olympians premieres November 20th, 2026 on Disney+. And honestly, this teaser doesn't show us everything, but that's actually why I'm interested, because the things Disney is choosing not to show us may be just as important as what they are revealing. So tell me, what did you notice in this teaser? Did you catch any detail that I missed? Because this season looks like it could be the moment where Percy Jackson goes from a funny mythology adventure to a full-scale war for Olympus. Catch you later. Bye.
And it has the power to end them. If we're going to survive a war with the Titans, it will be because of Lump.
I think you may be getting ahead of yourself.
Really?
You didn't want her. You wanted me. We don't know where she is. The gods don't know where she is. I'm gonna need you to help me.
You cannot stop what's coming. If it came down to a choice between me and Olympus, you'd burn it to the ground.
Is this how quests normally go?
Pretty much.